What's good, sports fans? My name is Damian Adams from The Real Deal with Damian Adams. Now, if you are a fan of sports podcasts, go ahead and subscribe to The Real Deal with Damian Adams on whatever podcast platform you listen to, all right? Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, The Real Deal with Damian Adams is there. Check it out, all right? So I'm bringing back the real take of the week, and for this real take, I wanted to touch on the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, Brett Brown, the head coach for the 76ers, came out and said that he'll be playing Ben Simmons exclusively at power forward. Now, I understand the need to shake things up in Philadelphia because when you have a team with Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, Al Horford, and Joel Embiid, that team should be fighting for the top seed in the Eastern Conference. But right now, Philadelphia sits in the 6th spot in the Eastern Conference. With that amount of money that's tied up in those 4 players I just named, that's unacceptable, right? So Brett Brown's come out and said that we want to shake things up, and it is something that they did touch on before the season stopped, of having Al Horford come off the bench. So the starting lineup you're going to have Shake Milton at that point. He's somebody who was coming off your bench, hitting threes for you. Now he's going to be thrust into the starting point guard role. You have Josh Richardson, Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, and Joel Embiid. Now, the problem with this, in my opinion, is that you're taking away what makes Ben Simmons special when you put him at power forward exclusively. What makes Ben Simmons special on offense is the fact that he's 6'10 and can play point guard, right? And I get it. The fact that he's playing power forward doesn't mean that he won't have plays where he's running the offense, right? He's going to have plays where he gets a rebound, goes in transition, and is unstoppable. There's not too many people in the world, you probably can count them on one hand, who can stop Ben Simmons in transition by themselves. If the defense doesn't get back and build a wall, that's an easy layup and dunk for Ben Simmons, right? But the problem comes in is when the game slows down and he's not getting transition buckets. Do you run the offense through Ben Simmons at the power forward position, right? Because now he doesn't have that size advantage that he has at guard. So when you have him at point guard, you have Al Horford at power forward and Joel Embiid at center. The defense has to use their big men to guard Al Horford and Joel Embiid. So you have a guard or a small forward on Ben Simmons, and when he gets in the post, he has the advantage. Now against power forwards, he's still going to have the advantage against some power forwards in this league, because the league has gotten smaller as a whole, and a lot of power forwards might not be 6'10", it might be 6'8", it might be 6'7". So he's still going to have the advantage in some situations, but not most like he usually does, right? So now you're taking away what makes him special. And you still want your power forward to be able to stretch the floor. And he can't do that. He won't do that, right? Like, we've seen him make shots in practice. We've seen him make shots in preseason games. I think he's made 2 in his career from the three-point line. But when you have somebody who won't even attempt to take a shot, and you have a dominant post figure in Joel Embiid on the floor, and you have him playing power forward, it makes the rotation even easier now for the defense to stop Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid's going to be down there in the post, cap position. If I'm playing on Ben Simmons, if he's not right by the goal, I'm not worried about him. I'm coming to double Joel Embiid. The rest of the team is rotating. You keep your eye on Ben Simmons, make sure he doesn't cut to the goal. But if he's not cutting, if he's not right in the short corner, ready to get a dunk, you're not worried about him. And if he's playing power forward, now you can keep your attention on other 3 shooters on the floor. So now you're taking away what makes Ben Simmons special. What makes him so special on defense is the fact that he can play guard at his size and stay in front of other point guards. And then if you run a pick and roll and he gets stuck on a power forward or a center, he's big enough to hold his own. Unless it's Nikola Jokic or someone like Joel Embiid who's on his team, right? His versatility on defense, starting at the guard and being able to guard all 5 positions, is what makes him special. But if he's already at power forward, now it kind of takes that away, because now if you have a power forward who can shoot threes, you have that power forward over there in the corner or at the top, and he's ready to go, right? He's spotting up. But now Ben Simmons' versatility is taken away because he has to stay attached to that power forward who can shoot threes instead of being on a guard, being able to switch and use his versatility on defense, which makes him so great. So I understand the need to switch things up, but I don't see if this is going to work because of you need space for Joel Embiid. Defensively, now you can take Ben Simmons out of the play, and Al Horford shouldn't be on the bench, right? I understand he's going to come in at important times. So that's another thing. Are you going to then put Ben Simmons at point guard in clutch situations when you want to have your best five out there? Or do you continue with having him at power forward and have Al Horford on the bench in clutch situations? I have a lot of questions about this. Am I overreacting to Ben Simmons playing power forward? Please let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, go real or go home.